Okay, this is my motorbike, 750cc Changchun. This is the bike I ride now, and my wife is now riding my electric scooter to work because it's easier to just ride this for her to take it to work than drive the car. We have a car over there, but this is nice and convenient because she doesn't have to worry about the traffic. We've had this electric scooter for 3 years now. This one is 72 volts. It's been a good bike. Nothing's actually gone wrong with it. The only bar the handbrake cable got a bit seized, so we replaced the handbrake cable, and that cost like 6 yuan or 10 yuan or something, so like a $2.50 or $3 Australian to buy a new one. Nothing else has ever gone wrong with it. Where are the keys? Our keys are here. It's got an alarm, an immobiliser type thing. Over the 3 years the dash is all faded, difficult to see. The paint started to, it's quite dirty now, I'm going to give it a wash, but the paint has started to peel. The clear coat's peeling off here, there and everywhere. All here the clear coat's peeling off, but all the clear coat's peeled off here. But the thing is, I never wash it, I never clean it. I just used to ride this every day to the train station for 2 years while I was working at a school, so I just rode it every day. Parked it there. It gets very hot in summer in Beijing, and then of course in winter it snows. Well, it doesn't always snow, but it gets bloody cold, and so the bike just gets covered in dirt and pollution and everything. But I've never bothered polishing it or looking after it. But touch wood, the bike's, for 3 years nothing's ever gone wrong with it, bar the handbrake cable. So I'm just looking at it now, and the batteries in this one are under the seat, and here are the batteries here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 12-volt batteries, so 6 times 12 is 72 volts. I'm about to give the bike a wash for the first time in about 2 years, so I just thought I'd take this cover up and have a look at the batteries, and I see there's a bit of corrosion on that battery terminal there, and a little bit on one of the other ones down there. So they're all quite dusty and everything, which is no big deal. So I thought I might just clean these, and then I'll give the bike a wash. So, right, just sit the camera there. To clean the battery, I'm using some carburetor cleaner. That should do the job. Reason I decided to use that is because it's got this thing I can point the nozzle. I'll just give it a bit of a brush. Bit of an awkward place because it's on such an angle. Not to worry. And this one here. Give that a bit of a brush. I might give them all a clean while I'm at it. When I bought this bike, the shop which sold it to me, they actually only put 5 batteries in it, and then which looked really odd because they put the 3 batteries in the bottom and they only put 2 batteries in the top, and then they told me that it was all fixed and all ready to go, and they just packed where the other battery goes with some polystyrene packing, which straight away made me think there's something wrong. So they gave me the charger for it and everything, and I realised the charger they gave me was only a 60 volt charger, and I had seen a sticker on the side of the bike when I bought it that said that it was 72 volts. So I said to them, I said, nah, I said, it's got the wrong amount of batteries, you've got to put more batteries in it. And they were like, no, only 5 batteries. And I said, no, I said, it doesn't work like that. I said, 5 batteries is 60 volts. I said, this is 72 volts. And they well, not argued, but first they said it's okay, it works. And they said to my wife, they said, oh, we always only put 5 in, and everyone's always happy, the bikes work. So I said, no, I want the extra battery. It's not designed to be running at 60 volts. It will run, it will work, but obviously it's not running anywhere near its capacity. It's 12 volts short. So this is cleaning up okay. A little bit awkward, but not to worry. And that's the thing with a lot of the bike shops. They're not actually trained or mechanics or anything. They actually just sell stuff. So they buy it from a wholesaler or a warehouse or something, and then they just resell it. Let that dry for a minute. And that doesn't just go with electric scooters, that goes with motorbikes too. I'm just using some battery terminal protector on these now. It's meant to stop the corrosion. But I have some friends who have taken their motorbikes to shops as well, and they've had the same problem. The shops don't do a good job of the repairs. They don't actually know what they're doing. They just actually sometimes do more damage to the bikes than fixing them. It's difficult to get to those last 3. What am I going to do there? Let's see if I can get in there without electrocuting myself. I can't really get to those last 3 because of the angle. Damn. Unless I take the seat off, which I might do. I might just lift this seat off quickly. Move this out of the way. Get to those last ones. That'll do. Righto. So here's all your controllers. Everything's quite dirty. I can actually give this a clean as well. Righto, so that's clean enough. Might give that a clean as well. The charging point there, that's where it charges from. Righto, there's my main fuse. Okay, I'll bolt this back down and then I'll give the bike a wash. Okay, so yeah, the dash is quite faded now. So everything's working. Just check these backlights are working. Brake lights working. So the controls on this are, you have your headlights and then your indicators, high beam, low beam, horn, and then you've got this button here. This button here is for the, when it's toggled that way, it gives you torque, so that's good for going up a hill or a curb or something like that. The middle one is just economy or normal riding, so it just will give you the most life out of your battery. And then you've got the third one, which gives you more power from the battery to the motor, or more wattage, so it gives you a faster speed, but you'll use your battery up a lot faster. So that's it, charging the bike is quite easy. You just plug in the charger. Charger plugs into the front there. I just leave the charger in the bike all the time. I don't have to, and then I just plug it in. Heat, and the two red lights come on. And as you can hear, my charger makes a bit of noise, but it still works. And that's that. Charges it up. It only takes about, if it was dead flat, it would probably take about 6 hours to fully charge. And then this bike, it has a top speed of, on the odometer it says 68 kilometers an hour, but it doesn't do 68 kilometers an hour. It probably does about 50 kilometers an hour in real speed. I've not seen any of these bikes with accurate speedos. And I used to ride it, I would probably get about 60 kilometers out of it. I could ride it, for say 3 or 4 days, so I'd do about 60 kilometers before I'd need to recharge it. So yeah, it's been a really good bike, as I said, for 3 years, and it's never been a problem. Okay, that is all good. Righto. This is a little winter cover. I'll just hook on. There's everything for these is so cheap and generic because so many people have these bikes. This is a little winter cover you can put on, so you can put that over your legs and when you're riding, so you're not as cold. So, and of course it's got the stainless steel bars all the way around it. It's good for if the bike falls over or if you run into something. And then it's got the foot pegs on the back which can slide up or come down for if you're taking passengers. And then of course you've got your handy little box on the back, which, my wife puts her helmet in, which you can put a helmet in, and then I've got some raincoats in there as well. So that's it. It's been a really good bike. As I said, bar the handbrake cable. That's the only thing which has ever gone wrong with it. And another thing with these bikes too is these batteries are 3 years old now. I've never had to replace the batteries. I've heard some people say that once the batteries are like 12 months old or something, you've got to buy new batteries for them. I don't know. That I've never had that. I've ridden the bike when I was working at a school. I rode the bike for 2 years, basically every day, and I never replaced the batteries, and I would charge it probably twice a week, or maybe once during the week. After 3 days of riding it, I'd charge the bike overnight, and then I'd ride it, and then I'd charge it again on the weekend. So the bike was definitely being used a lot, and the batteries have never been a problem. It's still got, they hold good charge now still. So, but no, I don't work anymore, and so I don't need to ride to the train station every day for school. So now I just have this bike here, my toy, and then I used to have the sidecar attached to it, and I'll probably put the sidecar back on in summer because then I can take my kids. But at the moment I'm just riding it as a solo because it's a lot more fun for me. So now I just ride this bike on the weekends and when I go for rides, and then my wife uses the other bike. Okay, that's it. Put the cleaning stuff away, and lunchtime.